Today, Peggy isn't that game your mom plays. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint, the most refreshing way to start your day.
This goes up pretty late in the afternoon.
Well, not if you're from Australia. Welcome to CheckPoint, the most refreshing way for Australians to start their day.
That leaves out New Zealand.
Well, if you can point to New Zealand on an average map, I'll be happy to mention them too. Peggy, which I've never decided to look up until today when I learned it stood for Pan-European Game Information, is, as you might be aware, the European video game rating system and is administered by the Interactive Software Federation of Europe, which is based in Brussels, basically the capital of the European Union, and is like the EU's version of the ESRB, which is based in New York, who just think they're the capital of North America. Why are you booing me? I'm right. Anyway, the ISFE determined that gambling is a bigger problem than maybe they had been treating it, and made some changes to the PEGI rating system in 2020 that we're just now starting to see the effects of. Plus, people on this side of the Atlantic didn't notice right away because there's been a lot going on. The actual change is that any future game featuring moving images that teach and or glamorize the use of games of chance that are played or carried out as a traditional means of gambling will be rated PEGI 18, the system's highest rating. This from a spokesman of the UK's Video Standards Council, which is based in London, who weirdly also think they're the capital of Europe, but I digress. The new regulations refer to types of betting or gambling for money that is normally played or carried out in casinos, gambling halls, or racetracks. It does not cover games where betting or gambling is simply part of the general storyline. The game must actually teach the player how to gamble or bet and or glamorize gambling. This is going to catch a lot of unexpected games. Anything with a slot machine or blackjack minigame, from Pokemon to Mario to Yakuza. Okay, bad example, but yes, as Nintendo Life observes, old Pokemon games have slot machines. And Super Mario 64 DS had a gambling minigame. Wasn't everyone's favorite Sonic level Casino Night? Is that not glamorous? In Final Fantasy VI, Setzer attacks with a slot machine, like Tifa in Final Fantasy VII. And in 7, you literally bet on, race in, and breed for chocobo races. So what if those games get re-released? Well, the ISFE confirmed that older games with simulated gambling will retain their original rating if re-released, provided the game is not upgraded, modernized, reinterpreted, or altered in any other way that would lead it to be interpreted as a new game. Which seems like a gulf of possible wiggle room so wide it's more like a grand wiggling hall. Ultimately, is such a firm rule worth what I would call false positives in the name of dissuading video game publishers from preying on children with loot boxes and gacha mechanics? Yes, absolutely. Suck it, EA and others like you.
Do you have a butt? Or, failing that, an interest in butts? Then you are the correct audience for Butt Detective, a series of books and anime that is quite obviously targeted at Japanese children, and also the rest of the world's children. It's about, a child whose entire head appears to be a butt and who is also a detective. He solves crimes with his assistant Brown, and his special move is a face fart. I know these all sound like questions, but I'm certain I'm correct. Anyway, now it's a game, a 6,000 yen game, so there must be a ton of valuable gameplay hidden in this game where you take photographs and solve mazes. But to ensure there's balance in the universe, a Switch game is now getting its own anime. That's right, at long last you can sit down and just watch fitness boxing. I can't think of a better way to enjoy a fitness series than on my couch. The franchise has sold over 2.5 million copies, and they scored Kugimiya Rin as a seiyuu. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna watch it to hear the Palm Top Tiger do deep squats. I did ask if you had an interest in butts.
Brendan Green, better known as Player Unknown and the driving force behind PUBG Battlegrounds, or as it used to be called, Player Updown's Whoopsie Clowns, is now an indie dev once again. Kinda. After stepping down from having an active hand in PUBG development back in 2019, Green spun up an in-house team that has now spun out into a standalone company called PlayerUnknown Productions, in which PUBG owner Krafton still holds a minority stake, but not enough to actually stop Green and his team from doing whatever they want, which, according to their website, is explore, experiment, and create new technologies, pipelines, and gameplay. So your guess is as good as ours, and frankly, I don't think they know either, but their logo says PP, so we will watch their career with great interest.
Nintendo Merchandise Roundup. In board game rebranding mania, the game Labyrinth is getting a Super Mario skin. That doesn't look like Labyrinth. This is Labyrinth, based on the movie, where you run around a maze trying not to get crushed by David Bowie's giant steel balls. I don't know what the hell that other board game is. Animal Crossing is shoes now, so that's fun. Get your kicks from someone other than Kicks. In this case, Puma. I don't think there are any Pumas in game, though. Huh. Missed opportunity. And there's this big-ass Ditto you can buy and snuggle. Sweet Jesus, it's bigger than the Snorlax beanbag. That's right, there's also a Snorlax beanbag, too. Nintendo Life was kind enough to list the price in Canadian dollars, $260. So I'll extend the favor and say it costs 1,800 Norwegian kroner. I'd give you the exact amount, but last night I suddenly got blocked from the Pokemon Center website, and our lawyer has advised me to not comment further on the subject.
No Man's Sky's 17th... Jesus, really? Wow, okay. 17th free content update adds spaceport settlements, like some real Mos Eisley Cantina-looking places full of procedurally generated aliens with procedurally generated problems. You can even submit your resume to be chosen as overseer of a settlement, and then you'll have to solve those problems, or handle crime, or defend the settlement, because they can get attacked by sentinels, or they can develop new technologies, or they can fall into debt. Finally, you can explore vast landscapes of untamed space and become the treasurer of some backwater boomtown. Hell yeah.
I feel like we've already seen the plot to that video game.
You know, we absolutely have, but I don't think anybody could name it.
Meaning they just stumbled into a market for a game that everyone fondly remembers, but no one has ever played?
It beats being a game that everyone's played and now nobody likes.
I thought we weren't covering World of Warcraft this week. Coming up, shit, right. Nintendo's also making pajamas with Gelato Peak. God damn it, I knew I left something out of the roundup. Last night, I suddenly got blocked from the Pokemon fuck. Run around a maze trying not to get crushed by David Bowie's giant steel balls. I don't know what the hell that other game is. Are we going to put up his giant steel balls?
Right, shit.
Quickly.
I just want to see David Bowie's shrink wrap batch, that's all. The whole reason why I did this story was basically for that joke.
Big pee-pee.
Speaking of big peepees. Fuck.
I have some questions.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Several questions. First of all, you got blocked from the Pokemon Center website?
I did say our lawyer said not to say anything about
that part is a joke.
That's terribly a lie, yes.
Yeah.
But no, I did get blocked from the Pokemon Center website.
All our lawyer does is remind us to have an AGM every year.
So I clicked the link on Nintendo Life to go there to see what's available.
Yeah.
And then I scrolled down to find the Ditto bag. I couldn't find the Ditto bag, which is also a really weird way to refer to your whatever. But I couldn't find it. I scrolled back up. I saw the Snorlax bag, so I stopped and I did another weird way to refer to it. But anyway, so I saw the Snorlax bag. I'm like, ooh, cool. But I didn't click on it, so I scrolled back down again. So I basically went zip, zoop, zip. Scroll down to the bottom, click the arrow to go to the next page, and you are now blocked.
And it said on the thing, it said you were blocked because your computer is exhibiting scrolling and clicking behaviors that are
faster than a human being.
What were my other questions? I can't remember. Now I'm
Does it have anything to do with David Bowie's batch?
No. I have no questions about that. I'm absolutely aware of that whole thing. Now, what was the previous story? Oh, right. The franchise, you're talking about Fitness Boxing, which is a game for Switch?
It's 2 games now.
2 games, okay.
Yeah, that's why the franchise has sold over 2.5 million.
2.5 million copies, and they scored Kugimiya Rin as a Seiyu.
Yep.
So you'll probably watch it to hear the Palm Top Tiger do deep squats.
Yep.
Is an explanation of that appropriate for this show?
Oh, it is actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's all ages. So fitness boxing has 2 games. One sold 1 million, one sold 1,000,005.
Good job.
In the game, Kugimiyarin plays one of the trainers because there's like, as Heather's described this to me, it's like playing Wii Fit, but only the boxing component, and also the trainer is one of several generic starter Sims characters.
Okay, I don't know who Kugimiyarin is.
Kugimiyarin is a seiyuu. She's a voice actress.
Okay.
From Japan. She's very prolific. Like Stephen King level prolific, it seems. She's done tons and tons of work, but she's widely known for playing the tsundere character. And so she's actually...
Is that what her trainer is like?
I don't know. Actually haven't played the games. I could ask Heather. We could probably find out. But also, I don't know if Heather plays it in Japanese or not, so she might be getting English voices. Anyway, one of the characters she plays is the one you saw presented. That's in a series called Toradora. And it's she plays Taiga Aisaka. Taiga's the name of the character, and she's a tsundere, so she's cruel, but that covers up the soft, chewy exterior, right? That whole horse shit. But because she's cruel all the time to people, she's very mean and stuff, and she's very aggressive. They call her the palm top tiger because she's only like 3 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Tiger,
like a handheld
tiger,
like a tiger, but the size of like a domestic cat.
Exactly.
Okay.
She's very cute, but she's very mean and very aggressive.
Tsundere seems like a terrible
thing to be in real life.
To be in real life certainly, but definitely to be like a fitness trainer.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you're trying to put whatever in, and they're whipping you to do the thing, and you're doing it, and then they're like, "You did a great job." You're like, "Yeah, thank you." Like if you're an M, if you're a total,
that seems different than what I'm from like anime tsunderes that I'm familiar with. You know, sort of like not like I want to train you, you idiot. It's
there's that. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
yeah.
I think I'd prefer just actual aggression.
Oh, okay.
I prefer from a trainer. I'd prefer like
not a personality whiplash.
Yeah. Just like come on, get the hell out of bed.
The thing would be kind of like she'd be like, well, you did pretty good this time, I guess. Would be kind of like the that kind of like, well, you'll probably do better next time. It'll be okay. It's like that's hardly encouraging.
I will not be joining you for our second session.
No.
That sounds awful.